Die, die. Hey. Ah!
Are you ready? No more noise, please. Are you ready?
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, let's start the story. Did you already press this button here? You pressed this button?
Yes.
Okay, so we're recording your noise. Never mind. This story is called Mr. Meddle on the Farm. It's from the book by Enid Blyton about Mr. Meddle, called the Mr. Meddle Stories. Did you ever hear how Mr. Meddle went to visit his sister, the farmer's wife? It's a funny story, to be sure. Dame Henry wasn't at all pleased to see Meddle. She knew what a dreadful fellow he was for getting into a fix. But as he was her brother, she had to make him welcome. You've come on a rather busy day for me, said Dame Henry. It's baking day, you see, so I'm afraid I shan't have much time to spare you, Meddle. Oh, don't worry about that, said Meddle. I'll help you. I can go and collect the eggs, the milk, and from the cows, and feed the pigs, and... Meddle, I'd rather you didn't do a single thing, said Dame Henry at once. Why? Because she knows that every time he does anything, it goes wrong. You're no good on a farm at all, and I don't believe you know the difference between a hen and a duck. Meddle was offended. He sat down and ate a piece of cake and drank a glass of milk without saying a word. Dame Henry hoped that he would be so offended that he would go home, but he didn't. I'll just show my silly sister that I know a lot more than she thinks, he said to himself. I'll just show her. So he went out to look for eggs. But Dame Henry had already hunted in all the nests and had taken every one. This is the chicken eggs she's looking for. However, in 2 coops, by themselves, were 2 hens sitting on 12 eggs each, hatching them into chicks. Meddle didn't know they were hatching the eggs. He thought they had laid them all. Ha, he said, pleased. Look at that. 12 eggs in this nest that my sister hasn't seen. And dear me, 12 in this one. Oh, you bad hen, you. You pecked my hand so hard that you made it bleed. So these eggs that the chickens are sitting on are the ones which his sisters put there under the chickens so they can hatch them. The rest of the eggs she's collected to cook and eat. So really, Meddle shouldn't be touching the hatching eggs at all. Meddle collected the 24 eggs into a big basket. The hens screeched and pecked at him, for they were upset to see their precious eggs taken. But Meddle proudly took them back to Dame Henry. Look here, he said, showing her the eggs. 24 eggs you missed this morning. What do you think of that? It's a good thing I came. Meddle, said Dame Henry in amazement. Where in the world did you find them? Has one of the hens been laying away? Oh, no, said Meddle. I found the 12 eggs in one coop with a silly pecking hen on top of them, and 12 eggs in another. Oh, you silly, stupid, meddling creature, cried Dame Henry in a rage. Those are the eggs that the hens are hatching into chicks for me. You may have spoilt them. Give them to me. I must take them back at once. Dame Henry snatched the eggs away from Meddle and ran off to put them back in the coops. Meddle was cross. He went out and looked at the pigs. "My, how hungry they are," he said as he watched them rooting about in their sty. "I don't believe my sister gives them enough to eat." He rushed indoors. On the table was a big bowl of some sort of mixture. Meddle took it and ran to the pigs. "This must be meant for you," he said as he put the bowl down for the pigs to eat from. "It looks like what they call pigwash." The pigs ran to the big bowl and began to gobble up the mixture with joy. Dame Henry came back from the coops, that's the chicken coops, and stared into the sky. When she saw her basin there, she glared at Meddle. "Where did you get that basin and what's in it?" she asked. "I don't know exactly what the mixture is," said Meddle. "I found the bowl in your kitchen table, and as the pigs were hungry, I thought I'd better give them their dinner." "Oh, my kitchen table!" shouted Dame Henry in a fine tone. "Why, that was my mixing bowl, and that was my cake mixture. There were eggs and flour and milk and currants and sugar in that bowl, and you've given it all to the greedy pigs. Oh, you wicked fellow! I'll box your ears for you, so I will." She's very cross with Meddle because he's given her cake mixture to the pigs. Meddle ran away and hid inside a shed. He didn't like his ears boxed. Dame Henry snorted angrily and went indoors. She had some buns baking in the oven, and she didn't want them to be burnt. Meddle looked around the dark shed. At first he thought he was alone, but then he saw a big animal at the far end. "It's a cow," said Meddle in surprise. "Now, why isn't the poor thing out in the field together with the others? It must have been forgotten. Really, how careless people are. I will let the poor thing out into the air and the sunshine." He went to where the big animal chewed quietly in its corner. It was tied with a heavy rope to its stall. Meddle undid the rope.
Why?
Because he wants to let it out in the open air. Do you think something's going to go wrong?
Yes.
I do too. I don't know what. Let's see what goes wrong. Does it look like a cow to you?
A bull.
It's a bull, isn't it? It's not a cow at all. "Gee up," he said, and the great creature lumbered out. It was pleased to be free in the sunshine. It bellowed loudly. "Gee up, I say," said Meddle, and he swished the back legs of the animal with a twig. And as he swished it, hit the back of the animal with a twig. "Gee up, I say, Meddle," and he swished the back legs of the animal with a twig. It bellowed again. Dame Henry heard the bellowing and came running to the kitchen door. She gave a scream. "Who's let out the bull?" she cried. Oh my, what are we to do now? Who's let out the bull? Help, help, the bull is loose." "Oh, is it a bull?" cried Meddle in alarm. "I thought it was just a cow. It was standing all alone in the dark shed, and I thought somebody had forgotten it." The bull bellowed again and swished its long tail about. Its eyes gleamed fiercely as it looked at Meddle. It had not liked being hit with a stinging twig on its back legs. "Meddle, you've got that bull out. Now you must take it back again," cried Dame Henry. "Well, it seems like a harmless creature," said Meddle. "Bellows a bit, that's all. Hi, bull. You go back in your shed, do you hear? Pretending to be a lonely cow like that and making me set you free. I never heard of such a thing. Go back in your shed at once." But the bull didn't mean to go back to the dark shed. It kicked up its heels and frisked around the farmyard, trying to find a way into the buttercup field where the cows and the sheep grazed quietly. Meddle was angry. "Didn't you hear what I said, you bad creature?" he cried. "I'll flick you again with my switch. There, how'd you like that?" The bull felt the stick against his back legs, and he didn't like it at all. He turned and glared at Meddle. Then he lowered his head and began to run towards Meddle. "Run, Meddle, run! He'll toss you on his horns!" shouted Dame Henry. Stop, Bull!" called Meddle in alarm. "I'll open the gate into the field for you. Stop, don't be silly, I'm your friend." "Rah, rah, rah!" snorted the angry bull and rushed straight at Meddle. Meddle ran to the gate, but the bull caught up with him. He tore 2 holes in Meddle's trousers and tossed him up into the air, right over the hedge. Dear me, Meddle fell neatly onto a cow's back. Smack! The cow was in such a fright when she felt Meddle on her back, she tore around the field with Meddle clinging onto her horns. And at that moment, Father Henry came back from the market. When he saw Meddle on a cow, he was very angry, for he thought that someone was having a joke with the cows. He waited till the cow threw Meddle off, then he stepped up to him with his big stick. "People that ride cows get a good scolding," he said. "Oh, stop, stop!" cried Meddle. "I'm Meddle, your wife's brother. Do you know me?" "Oh, yes, I know you all right," said the farmer, grinning. "That's why I'm going to scold you." Meddle took to his heels and ran off like the wind. Farmer Henny laughed. "I'll never visit you again," shouted Meddle in a rage. "Never, never, never." "Oh, that suits us all right," cried the farmer, as he went back to catch his bull. As for Mr. Meddle, he had to spend the next day in bed while Mrs. Stitch mended his trousers. The end.
If you ever continue with another one.
No, I'm too tired now. But you can listen to one, all right? Do you want to listen to the same one again or a different one?
I want to say one again.
Okay.